Good evening and welcome to Speak Up Club's Saturday night number 95. After a long time of different sessions with different themes, it was long due that we had a fun night where we are going to be guessing about different things that the host for today will be sharing you. The host for tonight we have are Akanksha Reddy, the youngest one, and someone who has more attendance than me, and the oldest one who has also contributed significantly to the club in her wisdom that she brings to the table, and also with the attendance and the attitude that she brings to the table of learning and being constantly seeking to learn always. So the hosts for tonight are Akanksha Reddy and Nataraj. I'll not reveal anything about what they're going to do because the idea in itself is about guessing. So while you are guessing what's going to come up, I hand over the stage to Akanksha and Uma ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. This is Akanksha, and I'm here for a very long time. And Rahul sir suggested to take up a session. And obviously, I suggested a fun night because for the last few sessions, we've been having quite a heavy dose of sessions because they've been inspiration series and open mics with more of learnings than fun, except that one travel tales session, of course. So this is a guessing game, and I will be sharing a PPT. And the rules are goes this way. There will be few clues for places. The first set of places will be Indian places, and the second set international places. So there will be one clue revealed at each time, and based on that one clue revealed at each time, you have to guess the place. For each place, there will be 6 to 7 clues, and while guessing the place, you have to put it in chat to Uma ma'am. Private chat. Please don't put it in public chat because whoever gets the answer late will be losing the fun in the game. So please share your answers in the private chat. But the thing is, for each round, you will get to guess only once. So if you get the wrong answer once, you can't guess it again. So you have one chance at a time. So please be confident about the answer and only then guess. And here I start. So the first set of places are Indian places, and they are a mix of both cities and states. Whoever is getting the answers, please put them in chat to Uma ma'am, and Uma ma'am will let you all know if you all are right or if you all are wrong.
Uma ma'am, you can just announce it, unmute and just announce that we have this person who's got it right, so that they need not attempt again. But if someone has already attempted, please note you're not allowed to attempt again. Okay? And so that someone can at least keep playing until they come to the end of all the clues that are there in place. Thank you.
Yeah, Madhu has got it right. We are waiting for some more answers.
Any more guesses? Since it's the first one, let it be an easy one.
Now you're scaring the ones who didn't get this also right.
There will be pretty easier clues later on.
Madhu got it in the first clue. Do you need more clues, Akanksha?
Anyone, any more guesses? Or shall we move on? Okay, move forward.
My mom, you're on mute.
Yeah, Lakshmi has got it wrong. He has tried, but.
I think we can move forward with the next clue. Any guesses, ma'am, or good to go to the next clue?
You can go to the next clue.
For the ones who are
You can even read it aloud. What is the clue? You can read it.
For
City
the ones who are on mobile, just a suggestion: if you're not able to type, you'll get only one chance. But I think it will spoil the game for everyone else. But if you're not able to type, see if you are.
Please try to type.
You don't have a choice. It will spoil the game for others. If you announce it and you get it right, others don't have a chance.
So the next clue is City of Pearls. This city was famous for the number of pearls we had. Well, the answers have been revealed in the public chat now. I have no choice.
Yeah, Sri Lakshmi has got it right. Vijaya has got it right. Wonderful.
And Bhagnagar or Bhagyanagar was Hyderabad's older names, Bhagnagar being also a name for a city of gardens, since Hyderabad was a place for a lot of gardens. And it was obviously formerly ruled by the Nizams, and that's a pretty famous one. And we know Hyderabad is what biryani is famous for. Yes, so if anyone wants to share your personal experiences in Hyderabad, or especially the visitors, since most of us here are from Hyderabad, we'll have a lot of experiences here. But the ones who visited Hyderabad, you all can share your experiences with the place.
Akanksha, you can stop screen share if you want,
Yes,
or you
sure.
can just let it be.
Uma ma'am, have you visited Hyderabad, since you're from someone from a different place, not Hyderabad? You can share
Yeah,
your
I
story with
remember
us.
having visited Hyderabad long back, maybe 15 years back. I remember the biggest film city. I visited that venue, Charminar, and the bangle shopping, especially I loved that. I enjoyed shopping for bangles near Charminar. And also the Salarjung Museum, I remember well, the clock which strikes at 12 o'clock. No, there are soldiers, they come out at the bang of 12. So that also, people wait for it to become 12 o'clock and for all the soldiers to come out. That's a interesting thing which I remember about the Salarjung Museum. Then also the Twin Cities, the Hussain Sagar Lake. So all the memories are coming back to me of Hyderabad. I really loved the place. Would like to visit again.
Vijaya, go ahead.
I'm from Indore, and then Bangalore, then Pune, and then Hyderabad. So I am thinking that it should be my last stop. I am feeling like that because the city and मतलब मैंने कुछ भी नहीं देखा है यहाँ. Only Charminar I have seen in last 2 years because of COVID. So मुझे पर यहाँ के लोग अच्छे लगे. मतलब they know every language, they know the language of heart ना. हाँ. तो मुझे एक्चुअली ऐसा लगा कि दिस सिटी इज एक्सेप्टिंग पीपल. मैंने कुछ भी घूमा नहीं है, मेरे को प्लेसेस नहीं पता, बट यहाँ के जो लोग है ना, इतना 4 साल में मैंने बेंगलोर में नहीं, सॉरी बेंगलोर से है, बट 4 साल से मैंने बेंगलोर में फ्रेंड्स नहीं बनाए थे, बट यहाँ आई एम हैविंग सो मेनी इन द लास्ट 2 years फ्रॉम होम. We all were in the home and I am having lots of friends now in Hyderabad. So I am feeling like city is accepting me.
Thank you, Vijaya ma'am. I think all of us, being from Hyderabad, we feel pretty proud about when you said Hyderabad people are good and accepting.
It is truth.
Thank you. So moving on to the next one. This place is known to be Asia's largest spice market and very famous for the spices that are produced in the place. Any guesses, Uma ma'am?
Madhu has typed it as Kerala. Lakshmi Narayan says, I think he has got it right. Lakshmi has got it right.
And that's the second clue. This city or place is walled by 14 gates.
Sri Lakshmi also has got it right.
It has the tallest minaret in the world, and I think this is a little easier now.
No more answers here.
Okay, then moving on to the next clue.
Mohan has got it. Very good.
The city is on the banks of Yamuna River. I think whoever studied social very well in your schooling time, you all will get this very easily. Any guesses, Uma? Or good to
Yeah.
go?
One more person has got it right.
I think the last one makes it easier because of the air index, which is very, very high these days. And even schools are being closed in this city because of the pollution.
Rabia ma'am has got it right too.
Yes, I think everyone did know. The answer was New Delhi or Delhi itself. Anyone who have stories with this place can share your tales.
Yeah, let me share. Actually, I audible, right? I'm audible. Yeah. Actually, I have attended nationals there, Delhi, New Delhi, during my school day. Even I don't know there what is happening like that. Actually, I went there. Biryani I relate to Hyderabad also. Actually, I went there. We are get a food. Actually, I'm from Tamil Nadu, so we'll not get food there. So we are searching like anything there, bread and bread omelette and like that. They giving for biryani purpose. We traveled there 50 or 55 kilometer. More than 20 days we stayed there. So we are searching biryani like anything in Delhi. So like that again, sports I played there. 1 month we stayed again. Weather also, it's very difficult to stay there. Actually, very good experience to me. I thought actually Canada and all, now I'm remembering Canada and all, they're saying actually minus everything is there. Even Delhi, whenever I'm there, 5 or 3 or something degrees Celsius, we are unable to actually the practice and we can't practice there. My lot of friends, they will not take a bath also. 1 week after that only they used to take, actually whenever the hot water is there, then only they will take. We stayed like that. That I remember actually. First time I traveled a long travel. Actually, before that I not traveled train only. So 1.5 days we supposed to travel. So those I remember actually Delhi means. It's very nice experience to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi Narayana sir. That was a very beautiful story, except for the bath part, I must say. Any more stories, or should we go forward to the next place?
I have a story.
Sure, sir.
So in Delhi, I learned that I could talk in my sleep. So this was back in 2005. So I was a huge cricket fan. So the match was in Australia. So I used to wake up at 6 o'clock. Though it started at 5, I used to wake up so early and I used to watch the matches. So my brother told me that I was shouting in the night, like Britley is bowling, Sachin is batting, and it's out. So I was shouting that and he got scared. So I didn't know about that. So I confirmed with my other cousins also. So that was true. So that is my experience in Delhi. I knew that I could talk in my sleep.
Thank you so much, Mohit sir. That was a very, very fun story. I think we can move on to the next place. This is going to be the first Indian city to have a sky wheel. It's going to be a very huge one. And it has never ever been in our country before, though it has been in other foreign countries. This is the first time it's going to be there in India. Going forward, Mama?
Yeah, you can go forward. No answers so far.
This city was the first to have an underground drainage system.
Lakshmi has got it wrong.
And here's a hint. Karnataka was formerly known with this name, and you can also guess that this is actually a city from the state of Karnataka.
Don't talk. Chetan, Kiranmai have given answers as Bangalore.
Well, I think this one at least will give us the right answer. Bangalore is the wrong answer. This place is noted for its heritage structures. And a small thing is that it also has a palace.
Yeah,
And
happy to say it is our city, Mysore.
yes,
Yeah.
it is also known as a sandalwood city, which was
Muncie
also
city,
famous for some sandalwood smuggling and all. So yes, it was Mysore.
Yeah.
Uma, ma'am, any story to share? Because since you are from Mysore yourself, or anyone who has visited Mysore.
Yeah, I can share my story. 2013, from 2013, I'm in Mysore. Actually, I'm sitting in Mysore and talking to you also all. Yeah, it's very nice city. We used to visit actually. Something I can tell, whenever that people's they're coming from my hometown or somewhere, right? I will prepare an Excel sheet. I will inform them. Tell me the time. Actually, you have 5 hours. I will tell you. You can go and visit. First, I will prepare whatever you are given that clues, right? You can go Chamundi Hill or you can go Palace, Zoo, like that. I will on a mini guide. I can tell. I can used to tell them this is based on that areas. Again, I enjoyed a lot here. Lot of friends morning also I talking my friends. They're saying actually they left Mysore. They're in Chennai now. They said actually we should come back there or else we are not getting job also. Okay, yearly once or 6 month once we should come there. Traffic free, weather base is good. All should visit. I will all suggest you to visit Mysore. So you'll enjoy a lot here. Thank you.
Thank you,
Just
Lakshminarayan.
add to Lakshminarayan, it's like he said, it's famous for Mysore Pak, then masala dosa. You have a lot of food joints and a very clean city. It has got a place of the cleanest city also very recently, along with Chandigarh. So it has got all the facilities of a modern city. At the same time, it is quite peaceful and calm. So do visit Mysore. Over to the next place, Akanksha.
Thank you so much, Uma, ma'am. Emily Unisa raised her hand. Any story to share? Not sure. I think we can move on. A lot of sobriquets for this one place, the city of temples, the city of lights, and also the city of knowledge.
No answers so far.
It's known to be one of the 12 Jyotirlingas.
The answers are Tamil Nadu, Kumbakonam, Chennai. All are wrong. Yes, one of Chetan has got it right. Lakshmi wrong. Rabia ma'am right. Vijaya wrong.
This place is known to be the spiritual capital of India, known for its temples, as it's already mentioned in the sobriquet shared before.
Kiranmai has got it right. Madhu wrong. Mohit has got it right.
So since already a lot of people have guessed the wrong answers, you all can take another guess too for this one.
Lakshmi got it right now.
The city or the specific temple especially is known to be built by Lord Shiva himself, according to mythological stories. And most importantly, this place is famous as a cremation ground, and it's known to give moksha after death. So a lot of people visit the place in their ending days. Yes, so the answer was Varanasi, Kashi, Banaras, or anything. It can be called with all these three names. So if anyone has stories to share, you all can go ahead.
I just would like to say, Akanksha,
Yes, ma'am.
it is by Huxley, a story, or you can say an autobiography written by Huxley, which is called Banaras. I just would like everyone to read once at least, and they will understand the reality what India is. I was really touched.
Thank you, Rabia ma'am, for the book recommendation. We'll make sure to go through it. Anyone has any stories to share related to the place of visiting it, or any special memorable tales you all know related to the place? You all can go ahead and share them. Lakshmi Narayana sir, you were unmuted.
Yes, I'm meeting here. Actually, my father went there and it told me that Ganga River and everything. Actually, the Varanasi like that. I wish to visit there. They use my who are the elder people are they will used to visit there. So my wish I do visit as soon as possible. So someone is having tell me that good places, suggest me. I will go there and visit. Thank you.
Before means like everybody will take time to read out the whole thing, but just a part of it which I would like to express here. Can I share? Uma ma'am and Akanksha
Sure, Rabia ma'am.
and
Please do go ahead.
everybody would like to please pay attention to listen to this part which I like the most of the rest of the things, whatever was there in that particular essay, which was written by Huxley, in which he happened to go across. It is all about the Benares, where during the time of eclipse, the author had to visit to see what the people do actually on that day. So according to him, he says it is a kind of a superstitious belief what people have it. Okay, he has a different kind of thinking, you can say, about it. It's not like taunting something to anyone as such. So the only part which I liked the most was there when he had to pass through a lane where he saw means hundreds of beggars sitting in a row and asking for alms, and millions of people, more than 1 million of people, were gathered there at the ghats of Ganga during the time of eclipse, which he had witnessed, and he was amazed to see such a crowd. And then after, when he was passing through, he happened to see one of the beggars who was sitting there with a bowl in front of him, begging bowl in front of him, and kept his eyes closed. So as you know, million of people, you can imagine it to be even a few of them also could spare something, would be more than enough for him to have his bowl full of like any kind of grain or whatever in a form of alms given. So the bowl was totally full with all the like eateries, you can call it to be. And then he kept his eyes closed and was sitting there itself. And the author was just observing from a distance. And it so happened a cow comes from the other end and then was feeling hungry. It goes, it smells, and it just licked last morsel of that particular bowl, begging bowl, and goes by and in a corner goes and sleeps. So what the author says is, at least animals are far more better than humans, he says, because they know at what time they have to eat, at what time they have to sleep. We, the human beings, in spite of knowing all the things, but we do not do so. And the one best example, what he says is, though the beggar got everything for him to fill his tummy, you can say, but still he didn't have it at the time when he was supposed to have it. He lost everything by keeping his eyes closed. And the cow comes, eats, and goes by. So that was the part which I really liked it. The comparison what is made by animals, though they do not have sense, but still then they do the things at the right time. We have all the senses, but we never do anything at the right time. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rabia ma'am. That was a wonderful story, which also, puts some light on how we believe in superstitions and forget to actually live. So that was such a beautiful and heart-touching story, ma'am. Ma'am, I think if we can move on to the next one. Okay. This city is known to be the economic or financial capital of India. Any answers, Uma ma'am?
Yeah, Mohit has got it right.
Okay.
The city is also known as the City of Seven Islands. A sobriquet again for it, or nickname.
Kiran,
Also known as the City of Dreams. They've got it right? Wrong?
Yes.
the city that never sleeps. Has the highest number of millionaires and billionaires in India. This city has them the most. Think of the richest person you can in India and you'll get the answer. The Hollywood of India. I think almost everyone got it right.
Rabia has got it right. Ahmadi Unisa wrong.
And well, Bollywood's hometown. The last and the most obvious clue.
Bollywood.
So the answer was Mumbai. If anyone has any stories to share with the place, y'all can please go ahead.
Madhu, go ahead.
Shall I go ahead? Yeah. Mumbai is, I never forgot in my life because that is my first flight journey to Mumbai. That too, like last time Rabia ma'am said, morning 4:30 they said, and they cancelled. Not cancelled, postponed to 6:30. Again, a lot of excitement. Again, even they said 8:30, and again 9:30. Like that, again 9:30 we went, we reached, and everything is. We played all the jokes, like I could see ants in there, how people are looking like ants. All the jokes I played, but still flight is not started. They said due to that some technical reasons, flight will be a delay for another 30 minutes or 40 minutes. That is my first time, and they use the word technical problems. I got scared. This is my first flight journey and all. But they provided food. I felt okay. On the flight they provided food and all those things. And flight on air, and I could see the sea, but it is roaming like that only. And I got again one announcement saying that there is no runway right now, and that is the reason the flight is roaming like that. They are looking for the clearance from the people to land safely. So this is like I thought it's a very good experience to travel first time in flight, but lot of scary things happened, but still I landed there, and I enjoyed my trip. I think around 7 days I stayed there. Yeah, that was my experience. When anyone talk about Mumbai, that will be Mumbai or any first flight journey. First of all, that will come in my mind. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Madhu sir. That sounded pretty scary, but also at the end, you did go to Mumbai. So I think it was a successful journey. Vijaya ma'am, you have a story to share?
Yeah, the same thing. We have to land at national airport, and because of no place to land, the flight goes to international airport. So it's connected one. But what is the thing? If we are going by road, it's around 4 to 5 kilometers long way. So they dropped at international airport there, and from there everyone is saying do Kali Pili, do Kali Pili. So I am thinking that what is this Kali Pili? I am asking my husband that what is this Kali Pili? He is also saying that we will do Kali Pili. He is just बोलता चिढ़ाना. He is doing wait. The Kali Pili will come, and we will go to our airport again. So it's a Mumbai, Indore to Mumbai and Mumbai to Bangalore flight. So we have to at a national airport again. So what is the Kali Pili? It's the auto, or we can say taxi there, which is known as Kali Pili because of its color. Yellow and black color is painted on the auto.
I thought it's a black magic thing, something.
No.
We use Kali Pili for
like
saying, we are bored, we are doing nothing. That's what we use Kali Pili
or
for. And
something
now
magical, like I felt abracadabra, we say that way.
So that thing happened to me also when my husband is saying now that Kali Pili will come. So what is this Kali Pili? So I am standing there, and then one taxi came there, and the color is black and yellow. So everyone is saying, my husband told me that this is Kali Pili. So this is one experience.
Very funny.
That was a hilarious story, ma'am. Because even I thought Kali Pili meant, being free, because Kali means empty or free.
Khali nahi, Kali. Kali means black.
Yes.
Black,
Now people
yeah.
started using it for Kali and Pili to say we are jobless at this moment, we are free, we are bored. So I thought it was the same, and I was surprised when he said it's the auto colors. That was some informative story, I must say now. So moving on to the next one. The Detroit of Asia and automobile capital of India. This is again a city.
Mohit has got it wrong.
This was the only city in India that was attacked during World War I. And the reason being it is a little closer to the ports. That's another hint.
Lakshmi has got it right.
The city also has the oldest prison in India.
Vijaya got it right. Rabia ma'am wrong.
that is so.
Chetan wrong.
The first manufacturing plant of BMW was set up here. And it is a gateway to South India. It's a place known for Bharatanatyam.
Mohan got it right. Sri Lakshmi got it right. Very good.
And yellow is a color.
The takeaway.
Well, yellow is their color because of Chennai Super Kings and Dhoni. So the city was Chennai.
Right now, they are playing their first IPL match.
Any stories related to Chennai that or your experiences when you visited Chennai, you all can please share.
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead, ma'am. Rabia, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. As I told you already, the first part of that I have already shared with you all. The second part I could say is about the 3 days stay when we had been to that place. I was just feeling that, okay, everything is fine. It is what's the difference as what people says. If you go to some other place of India, you find the difference, you feel the difference. So I was just thinking that it's nothing like that when we came out from and we were riding on one place to the other when we were traveling. Then I felt that it is almost, I was just comparing, अरे ये तो ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे कि ये पंजागुट्टा एरिया है, ये ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे राजभवन रोड है. And I was telling that, and the only I was dying inside, I can say, to visit a beach. As I told you already, I had a passion for visiting to a beach to have a look of a sunset or sunrise. But in those 3 days, we could not do it so because we were so tied up with our conference. From morning 9 to around 6 o'clock, we were held up with that itself inside the conference hall. So at 6, when we were just about to start with, then everybody said, we are so tired, we can't do it. The first day we just spent like that itself. Second day went, the last day left over. Then I said, no, this is not the way to go for. And unfortunately for us, but fortunately for the people over there, they were feeling so happy that the moment we stepped in, the rain started. It was, the weather was totally cloudy, and every day and night it was raining. So they were so happy, saying that we never had witnessed such a weather in this month. When you all have come, we feel that it is something so relaxing. And for us, it was like, I felt what is going wrong, that we want to go around at least in the evenings or somewhere around, it starts raining. So when I was adamant that anyhow we have to visit the beach. So at around 8 o'clock, we started off. We booked the cab, we went. And by 8:30 or 9 o'clock, we went there. You won't believe, I had a thought that it is like going to be Burj Khalifa side or something around in UK, USA, where it will be fully lighted. We can enjoy seeing the beauty of the ocean and the waves in the night. But to the contrary, it was so pitch dark. You won't imagine the moment we went, it was so scary. We just went over that side, not that close to the beach, but we were there on the sands. Over there, we walked on, and the gushing sound of the waves made us so scary. And it started drizzling. So we had no other option than to come back to our hotel, because even at before 10, if we do not reach, we may not be even served the dinner also. They had a closing time from 7 to 10 itself, they served. So we were rushing back to hotel. That time we could not find a cab over there. We were unable to book due to some network issues. Somehow we could manage to get an auto, and then that moment I realized, yes, what people say is exactly the truth and fact, that there is a lot of difference when you are in some other place. Because the moment we just said that, भैया चलोगे क्या वहां पे हमें ट्राइडेंट होटल जाना है, then he started means in Tamil when he started. Oh my goodness. Then we were shocked. How are we going to communicate him? How are we going to say him? We can't even show him anything with a non-verbal gesture also. And neither we can communicate in our language. Then one of my colleagues started in Telugu. He said, "What are you saying?" Means he was just showing a gesture saying that, what does she mean? Telugu, Hindi, English, everything we tried, we were unable to get it. At last, we found a policeman standing near to that area. Then we called him, and then he could able to communicate, even because most of the people speak English over there. That too is a good thing. So then after we explained everything, then he explained the same thing, passed on the message to that auto fellow. We understood after. Then we just got into it, and we reached almost just 5 minutes before 10. So it were about to close, and in that hurry burry, the way we went, we were totally almost drenched, you can say. The same way we went to the dining hall, everybody was looking at us, what's wrong with these people, from where they have come from. And that way itself, we just had something or the other, and then went change and then relax. So that was the thing which I can never forget. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abhi. Ma'am, I think Mohit sir, you can share your story too.
So the first thing which comes into my mind, if it is about Chennai, it is about the humidity in Chennai. Because 5 years back, me and my friends, we were doing our internship in Chennai. So we 3 to 4 people had gone, and we were civil engineers. So we had to be at the site. It's more like an outdoor duty. So morning 9 to 1, we are at the site. 1 to 2, we had a lunch break. So all we 4 people and all the other people from the who were working there inside, they also had come back. After eating lunch, right, 1:30, they used to sleep, and they used to snore also. And we also slept. Like, one of my friends just slept there, and he said, "I don't want to come." The weather was so hot. We are always sweating in Chennai. It was so humid. Like, the weather temperature is same, but the humidity is so high that we keep on sweating in Chennai. Even if some of my colleagues come to Hyderabad, they find our weather to be dry, and they use Vaseline so that to apply to the dry skin. So that's the only thing I remember of it. It's very humid.
Funny the way we had such paradoxical stories. One about full rains and one about the weather being completely hot. I think that's the fun part about traveling. We get to see both the extremes. So moving on to the next.
For me, I would say Chennai is
Yes.
famous for shopping and the hustle bustle of T Nagar, the beaches, temples. That's what I remember about Chennai. Over to you, Akanksha.
Thank you, Mama. Moving on to the next one. The Garden City of India. Famous for the number of many gardens in this particular place or city.
Many of them are getting it right. Vijaya, Mohit, Chetan,
Origin of Rawaidli.
Lakshmi, right?
The Silicon Valley of India. The center of India's high-tech industry. It's famous for the lot of companies establishing their offices in this place. and it has the highest number of software companies in
One
India.
has got it right. Sri Lakshmi, right?
The fastest growing metro city in the world. And well, the hometown of the team that was captained by the former Indian captain. So yes, the team is RCB Royal Challengers Bangalore, which was captained by Virat Kohli. And the city or place is Bangalore. If anyone has their stories, you can go ahead and share them.
I have started my career in Bangalore. In 2013, I started my first job in Bangalore after my campus requirement. So that is actually, again, I'm from Tamil Nadu, that we can tell hottest city also. We used to be there, actually the temperature, everything, Hyderabad also, we can tell same thing, only here also hot will be there. So when I came to Bangalore, actually, the chillness will be there. So whenever I'll feel I'm sitting in AC only. In office also same thing. If I'm coming out also same thing will be there. So night if you are going there, but initially it be another 3 to 4 months be difficult. After that, now I'm going to my hometown, be difficult to me. I'll sit inside home only. I will not have food. I will drink water only. So I adjusted in Karnataka, especially Bangalore, Karnataka. So that is my experience. My first job I started there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that story. If Vijay ma'am, you can go ahead with your tale.
If I started, if I start,
Everyone just please note, it's already 9:58. So I know when we begin with stories, we can as well go up until 12 o'clock. But just to keep everyone, if you're all okay, you're having fun, then I don't have a problem. Just continue. Vijay, go ahead. I didn't mean to stop you all. I'm just making you aware that sometimes we don't know how time passes off. It's already 10 o'clock. Go ahead, Vijay.
I stayed there for 4.5 years. So I'm plenty of memories there. I started my life there only. I started my career there only. You know, that Konark Hotel, Taja Thindi, I am having, they are just awesome. Okay, and all the places and the weather is like that. Always I'm saying to everyone that we are celebrating, we are enjoying every the climate in a single day. So in the morning there is a cold chill, and then afternoon very hot, and after 4 rainy season. So we are having all 3 seasons there, main important seasons there in a single day. And there are lots of garden. Yes, that is the garden city of India, and so well developed and so beautiful. So that city is always in my heart, but because of my allergy, something is a pollen city, na. So I got that one thing wrong from there. Otherwise, city is very good.
Mohit.
Yeah, so the same friends, like which I told 5 years back, we were in internship. So the same friends, when in Chennai, they were not willing to go out, step out of their home after lunch to the construction site. So when we were in Bangalore, we were in electronic city in Bangalore. We had that company, the company had given the guest house. So the weather was so good that people are willing to go out in Bangalore. They do not want to stay at home. So that's the thing I remember about Bangalore.
Sri Lakshmi.
So actually, I went to Bangalore twice. So first time I went when there is a job first. I'm trying for a job, IT job. So earlier I worked on in my local remote area. So after that, I'm trying to move ahead in the metro cities, either Bangalore or Hyderabad. So I went into job fest. And then there I visit, I stayed for 2 days. I visit some of the places like garden, one of the gardens, the rose gardens. And I went to museum, and then Tippu Sultan's places. There are around 2 or 3 places there. I went there. And after that I visited Mysore, the Mysore Palace. when I heard from the guide that the Mysore Palace actually built around end of the 19th century and in the starting of 20th century, and it constructed around 19 years. I still remember those things even now. So the construction, the price of the construction is around 48 lakhs. I thought, wow, it's very, I mean, as of now, that time, even 17 years back, I thought now the apartment we have to buy, it's 48 lakh, 50 lakhs. So the entire Mysore Palace built for built around 40 lakhs. So it's a memorable thing to me. And that is one time I went, and the second time I went for to visit Ooty and all. I went there, and but I haven't gone through Bangalore place. Yeah, these are my memories related to Bangalore.
Thank you, Sri Lakshmi ma'am. And even I have a tale with Bangalore. I must say a lot of them because for 5 years I've been in Bangalore. I was born in Hyderabad, but immediately since my dad got a job there, I was in Bangalore. And it is such a beautiful place. As Vijaya ma'am said, the weather is amazing. You like get to experience everything in just a single day. And the main thing I envy about the schools in Bangalore is that they get a Saturday holiday. I had to go and give an exam even today, but they get a holiday on Saturday too. Oh, ma'am, you were sharing a story in chat.
Yeah, I just studied in Bangalore. I've got a lot of connection with Bangalore. Almost, I should say 15 to 20 years have lived in Bangalore, worked for a year there, then also got married there and then moved to different parts of Karnataka. So Bangalore has always been very close to me also.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think we can move on to the next one. The Venice of the East.
Mohit wrong. Chetan right. No, Chetan is also wrong.
This place is famous for spices. And it is the first state to receive rainfall in India. June 1st, I suppose.
Who is right? Chetan right now. Mohit right.
The land of coconut trees and
Kiranmai,
backwaters.
Lakshmi, all of you right.
God's own country, and it has the highest literacy rate. That's the special thing about this state, Kerala. If anyone wants to share any stories with this state, Kerala, y'all can please go ahead.
Every year I used to go there for Sabrimala. It's actually a very nice experience I had. Actually, more than 19 years I've been there. So from childhood onwards, actually, small age, I used to see my father. He will do the Sabrimala rituals and everything he used to do. So after that, I actually moved I like that Sabrimala and everywhere. So I roam as well as this is by spiritual path or devotional. After that, for tour and trip and everything, I used to go with my friend. Actually, it's very nice. Actually, the weather, again, the nature, falls, everything, right? It's a very nice thing. Whenever the trip, something means Karnataka, some part I will think. Later, next 50% I will think Kerala for that nature-oriented trip. For food-oriented trip, in some is different. This is nature-related. Means in my mind it will come first. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi Narayana sir. Any more stories, or can we move forward?
I would like to share one. I think it was the year 2013 when we had this trip to Kerala. A wonderful place, I must say, with regard to the location, the waterfalls, like Lakshmi just mentioned, Munnar, Thekri, the Komarakam boat house. That was a trip which will always be fresh in my mind because of its scenic beauty that we saw. And because just before that, we had gone to Europe, and I sometimes wonder, why did I spend so much in Europe? Because of the beauty that we are getting, the scenic views that we are getting, the experience of the climate and the nameness and the rawness which is there in Kerala is something which is unmatched. I've always felt that from that trip, I got to feel that there's a different experience and there's so much that's still to be explored in our country. I feel It's a must place visit for anyone, and it's rightly called God's own country. Unless you visit it, you get to know. You won't get to know why is it called so. Not just for the literacy rate or something, but for the beauty it carries. I still have the vivid memory of one town or something, or most of the towns which I traveled while we were traveling from Munnar or Tekri to Komrakam. The usage of colors in the building. I have not seen any city. The only city where I saw the usage of colors like that was a city which is closer to Venice, where multiple uses of colors can be used. And I and Pragya laugh about this fact. If Asian Paints wanted an idea of the shades it can use, the shades it can experiment, this is the place that Asian Paints will go to test, because you will have a market for every kind of color that can be used to color the buildings and the structures over there. So you'll see pink, fluorescent green, orange, yellow, everything, just while passing through the mountains and passing through the towns in Kerala. I'm not sure if it is a specific feature of a certain town, or is it in general what is visible in Kerala. Good place to explore. Over to you, Akanksha.
Thank you so much, Rahul. I think you've just captured the whole beauty of Kerala in one go. It was beautiful. We are also moving on to the next one. This city still has a Maharaja. Any guesses, Umama? No? Okay.
Mohit has told the state. Yeah, he's got it right.
First planned city of India. And the world's largest literary festival is hosted here.
Rahul wrong. Chetan wrong. Vijaya wrong.
I think this gives a lot away. Home for the forts. Right now. 3 forts, 3 of very famous forts in India.
Chetan right.
It's known as the Pink City for the usage of the red stone in a lot in the buildings that are there.
Yeah,
the
right.
Houses and forts.
Kiran, my state right.
It's a city. You all can go with the state's capital. And the Hawa Mahal. So the city was Jaipur. If anyone has any stories of visiting this place or staying there or anything, you all can please share the stories.
That's the Amer Fort. I was here in the year 2008 while I was after my graduation. Pragya is, by the way, from Kota, and she has a lot of commonality here in the place that we're talking of. Over to you.
Vijaya ma'am, you can go ahead and share your story.
So there is a Hawa Mahal, na? So literally it's a Hawa Mahal. I went there and I stand there, na? So from every window we are getting wine, and it's not just simple window. They are pushing us. Okay, so whenever we are going there, na, it's like real AC. No need of AC and nothing. And there, Maharajas are there, na? So there's some vent, and I don't know the technology they were using, but in that room there is automatic AC like that thing. So, and water is coming down from in that window, small window type thing. And when we are putting heads there, it's too cold. In hot summer, we went there in March, April, and then also that is very cold room. Every room is very cold, and especially the Maharani rooms. No? So that rooms are very cold and so soothing. And in every room there is a window, and with wine. So it's like that, and there is we getting that like we are having a double-sided mattress, वो ओढ़ने वाला. So that I don't know the name, but that is there that if one side we are हम ओढ़ते हैं तो that is giving hotness, and from other side it will give the coolness. So it's like that something. So मैं नाम नहीं पता मुझे, but वहाँ मैंने देखा कि ऐसा भी है. And the traditional Rajasthani items and everything. So just वही मैंने देखा, and everywhere there is a red, मतलब forts are there ना, so pink stone से बना, sand stone इसको बोलते हैं ना. So that's why it's called as that pink city.
Thank you, Vijay ma'am, for sharing the story. I think the Jaipur Maharanis did have their privileges of having good beds and good ventilation. I think we can go forward with the next place. This city is known as the city of
Rahul has got it right. Chetan wrong.
It also has the oldest zoo in the country.
Chetan wrong. Vijaya right. Mohit right.
This
Mohan
city
wrong.
is the only city to still have trams.
Madhu wrong.
I
Lakshmi
think
right.
since even if you all get it wrong, please go
Yes,
ahead
right.
and make your second guess. Formerly home for the largest cricket ground of India. Now it's a newer one, but previously it was this one. It has the first metro train in India. A former capital of India during the British rule. And the land of Durga Puja.
Rabia right. Madhu right. Sri Krishna right. Kiranmai right. Almost all of them have got it right.
Yes, so the place was Kolkata or Calicut. Since we also mentioned the British rule thing, it was Calicut back then. Anyone have any stories related to Kolkata? You all can share them.
I haven't been there, but it's a scary city for me to be because of the experience my dad had. While I think in the year 1980 or 81, that is when we're talking of, my dad was kidnapped once he landed in Kolkata. And for that very reason, we have never been to Kolkata again, ever, except for maybe a transition flight to Darjeeling or something like that. But that's one story, because once my dad landed, he was kidnapped, and then there's a lot of story behind it. That because he's a businessman, so there was a case where, okay, you have to pay us this much, otherwise we won't release you, call your family and all that thing. And luckily for us, my dad was good at acting, so he said, I'm merely an employee, I earn 200 rupees a month, and so please leave me. And after all the drama, something happened, and eventually that chapter got closed, and he didn't pay a penny except for whatever he had in his hand at that point in time. He left that and came off. But it's a story that is fond to our family, because we have had two instances of kidnapping in our family. One was my father first, and then when my younger brother was 4 years old, he got kidnapped. And he got kidnapped, and he was got to Hyderabad. There's a place called as Pot Market in Secunderabad. And the surprising thing, he was found back and everything happened. After 7 days, he was back home. And today, not today, in the year 2009, my brother has set shop in the same market where he was found kidnapped. So the Pot Market is a place where he was kidnapped and brought. So he was kidnapped in Narsapur, West Godavari district. So he was brought here over 500 kilometers away by the person who kidnapped him. And then he was brought back and he did his education, all that stuff. And then here in Hyderabad, after almost 20 years of that incident, he set shop in the same place, exactly the place where he was kidnapped and back found. So that's the memory that we always have and laugh about, that you didn't find any other place in the world except for the place where you were found again. Thank you. Over to you, Akanksha.
Thank you, Rahul sir. I think when you began with the story being scary, none of us expected it to be this scary. and it seems quite like something what you might call as a traumatic event. If anyone else has stories to share with Kolkata, y'all can please go ahead.
Like, I wanted to know, like, where is the place Spot Market? I do not want to be there.
No, it's not a place to be kidnapped, but it's a place where he was found coincidentally. With all the tracing and all that thing happened from the call, from where it came and where he hid the brother. So it was all linked to that place. It's in Secunderabad. If you know Clock Tower in Secunderabad, it's pretty close from there.
Oh, okay.
So unluckily or luckily, Akanksha's school is right there.
Thank you so much, Rahul sir. Just hoping I will be found there itself anyway. So moving on to the next. You have some stories, sir? Please.
Yeah. I have a story. So one thing I found about Kolkata is they use very old vehicles. They just maintain the engine and they keep traveling with that vehicle. Like, I visited Kolkata like 3 months back, and there were a lot of ambassadors which are being used as cabs, and the buses are so old. Like, you can see that it has been mechanically damaged from outside, but the engine is good. As long as the engine is running, they keep running the vehicle. As long as that is the one thing I found. The other thing I found about Kolkata is, as soon as it is 5, the sun sets and it gets dark. Kolkata is like 1 hour behind. Like, after the sun sets first in Mumbai and then it goes and sets in Kolkata. So it's when it's 5, it's dark. That's what I found.
Mohit, the technical reason for that is equally the same case. If we all wake up at 6 o'clock with the sunrise, they wake up at 5 o'clock. The challenge where, unlike for the country India, a similar country with a similar demographics where it is so widespread, we should technically be having 3 time zones. Right now, we are operating at GMT plus 5.5. We should actually, based on other countries which are moving in the similar longitude or latitude, China has multiple time zones. So one state in a country is operating at GMT plus 7 hours, and the other state on the other extreme is operating at GMT plus 4 hours or something like that. So, but for India and its simplicity of all the operations which are happening, the banking and the entire integration of the country, they decided to have it as a single time zone of GMT plus 5.5. There's a lot of discussion going on about this, about why it is not beneficial. As an example, getting the sunrise at 5 o'clock doesn't help someone to begin a banking operation or a job at 9 o'clock. So it's almost half a day gone, or at least 4 to 5 hours gone. Equally same logic on the sunset side. For Mumbai, if the sun sets, or other cities which are relatively not asleep, like unlike Mumbai, for them the sun sets at around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. So the time difference which is lost on this side and this side is a big discussion about why we should be having different time zones. It's a point of discussion though. So you'd say the other extremes, Arunachal Pradesh actually gets the sunrise at 4 o'clock in the morning. Same logic. I hope that adds. Thank you, Mohit, for bringing that up.
Thank you, Rahul sir. That was pretty informative. I didn't know this much about it, just the basics. So again, the fun session turned informative. So thank you for that, I guess. Moving on to the last place of the national places. The largest producer of milk and the only place in India where Asiatic lions are found.
Mohit is right.
Gujarat.
Well, that was a spoiler. India's first port was established here. For all the people who didn't yet hear the answer, y'all can please give it a shot.
Yeah, Mohan, Vijaya, they've got it right.
With 17 airports, this is the state of India with the highest number of operating airports. And it has the longest coastline in India, and home to the world's largest cricket stadium. Which is why the Kolkata's Eden Gardens has now become the second largest world's cricket stadium, or the third in the world. So yes, the answer was Gujarat, and this cricket stadium is now open in Ahmedabad. So if anyone does have some stories with Gujarat, please go ahead and share. looks like none of us have yet visited Gujarat.
I have visited, but not enough exciting stories to share. Because if I share anything, it will look pale in front of the stories that I've already shared. So I don't want to add or reduce the fun part of it.
You've raised your hand. Anything to
Go
share?
ahead, Mohan.
Hello, sir. Yeah, I have a funny story to tell about Delhi. Actually, not this Kolkata, but it did not come to my mind when we were discussing about Delhi. So actually, it happened in our graduation. When we were in our graduation, so we all went for an industrial tour along with our classmates and a few of our faculty. The funniest part was, though it was an industrial tour, we have not visited even a single industry. So what happened was we covered so many places. Started with Agra, we covered Manali, Kulu, Amritsar, and at last Delhi. The Delhi was supposed to be the last place. So all of us were very excited for Delhi because we have been told that Delhi is a great place for shopping. People told us that you'll have this Chandni Chowk and this Palika Bazaar, I guess. So wherein you'll get to buy all things for cheaper prices and all. So most of my friends, what they did was like they have saved all their pocket money for Delhi shopping. They did not buy anything in other places. Though we have done some shopping in Amritsar and other places, but they did not buy because they wanted to save all the money for this Delhi. So finally, what happened was in Delhi, all they got was, they have been fooled. They bought watches with broken mirrors inside, broken needles, and they bought few beer bottles, wherein they found water inside. After reaching the rooms, they actually realized it, and so we, the one who did not buy anything, we made fun of them like anything. So that was one funny story we had during our industrial tour. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohan, sir, for the story. Vijaya, ma'am?
Yeah, I want to say about the Surat beach is there in Gujarat. So that beach is very good, and on the tide days, yes, I think Purnima, na? So that time it's like so beautiful beach is that, and Jain temples, as I am Jain, so I visited so many Jain temples are there, and they are so beautifully carved, मतलब carving बहुत अच्छी है उसमें. So that is the thing. And one incident that we went to a dharamshala, Jain dharamshala is there. So in that one bird came to me, and I'm saying, मतलब जाओ यहाँ से ऐसा. So the lady came here and say, आप पोपट छे, डर को नहीं, ऐसा something in Gujarati. Popat means बेवकूफ बनाना. Why she is calling parrot a popat? So that thing happened to me. Like I got to know that in Gujarati, popat means parrot, and in our language, popat is something different thing. So from there, and I learned Gujarati there also. So from so many people, and it's a very good thing to be there. And I visited that Amul industry also there. The chocolates and all that flowing so beautifully in the company that we are just eating here, and there I got to know that my boss is on.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can hear you.
And there it's means I got to know that it's one chocolate of 90 rupees na. It needs so much of hard labor. So that is the thing. And once if you got the opportunity, go to Amul industry, see there what they are doing, and it's very fabulous one. It's fabulous there.
Thank you, Vijay, ma'am, for the story. I think now we have to move on to the international places. And since we don't have much time, we are going with the fastest finger first. Please, all of y'all, change your chat from Uma ma'am's chat to everyone. Yes.
We will have less experience for international.
Yes, which is why we wanted to finish it quick. And Rahul sir, though, suggested save it for later. I asked him we'll finish it. So I think you all can put it in to everyone, change your chats from Uma ma'am's chats to everyone. You all will get this pretty quickly and we can finish it off. And later we can stay back for a while. So moving on to the international places. Lakshmi Narayana sir has already guessed it, though the slide wasn't shown yet. So this city has the name of a Greek hero. No, not Rome. Greek hero, the Prince of Troy, the one who killed Achilles. No. This is a famous city and it is a part of the Trojan War. The prince played a major part in the Trojan War.
Is it a city or a country?
Yes, I think Vijaya ma'am got it right. It is Paris. It was originally called as Lutetia. The tale of the Bloody Mary and all was made here. It's the fashion capital, as all of us know, the Louis Vuitton, everything are there in Paris. And it has a lot of museum. And it's also known as a city of lights since it's always glowing. So moving on to the next place. Does anyone have any stories related to Paris? You all can share.
Because only the country which I visited is only Paris. Yeah. So it's a huge story, it's not going to complete in 1 minute. But only one thing is, I felt like whenever, we feel like in India, we have these problems, those problems. But after visited, I felt, okay, this is very beautiful and very systematic in all those things. But I felt like, we have a more freedom than any other country in the world. And in the one word, I can say, with my experience also. Yeah, that's only one word I want to say. Yeah.
To share over here, the city of Paris, people often call of or think of the Eiffel Tower as such, or for that matter, if you look at every place, and like someone calls Hyderabad Charminar, or someone calls some other city something beautiful, I've always felt that because of so much of branding that happens behind things, they become overrated. If you technically go and stand in front of the Eiffel Tower, closer by to it, you will tell it is a half-constructed site. They stopped the construction, they did not complete the work, and what you see and what you're admiring so much while we're in India, we're talking about, okay, Eiffel Tower, I want to see this, I want to see that. If you go closer and look, you'll see that you'll find the construction site which is by your house still not completed. It is exactly like that. So that's how the reality of most places is. So if people always come from outside and say, I want to go to Charminar, I want to go to Charminar. When they come and see the Charminar, they say, okay, okay, this is what Charminar is.
And here's a fun fact about the Eiffel Tower. The thing is, it is not the most visited place in Paris. It is known, it is so famous, and yet it is not the most visited place. Mohit sir, you want to share something?
You're on mute.
Yeah, adding to what Rahul had told. So there is one tower called Leaning Tower of Pisa, which is like this. So what is there in that? Like it's already leaning, it's not been constructed properly. But it became famous because of the branding and everything. So they have done a very good job. So we can learn from them and can do something similar in our city.
True, sir. Going ahead. The Big Apple. The city's original name was New Amsterdam, not whatever it is called now. It was first named this. No, not Netherlands. Lakshmi Narayana sir has got it right. It was the birthplace of LGBT plus rights in USA. Rabia ma'am, it's not Switzerland, it's New York. And honking your horn is illegal there. I'm not sure how people from New York will bear here in India. The state's Federal Reserve Bank has the largest gold storage in the world. And it also has the Empire City and the Empire State and the Empire City Building. And the nickname for New York is the city of skyscrapers. So if anyone who has visited the place or you have some story connected to it, you can please go ahead and share.
Akanksha, it's already 10:30. Let's
Okay.
get going. We can complete because you have prepared that. We can just quickly go through
Sure, sure.
the other ones.
Yes, sure. The Swinging City. Modern Babylon. It is getting pretty harder now. This place qualifies as a forest as per the United Nations definition. It has more Indian restaurants than Mumbai itself. No, Chetan sir, it's not Amazon. Vijay ma'am has got it right. It is London. And the most surprising fact about London, we see it as a city of so many buildings, but yet it qualifies as a forest because of the trees and all it has. And the fun part about it is the US has 10 cities named as London, the Canada one and France one, and even an asteroid with the name London. And it has 170 museums. And it is the smallest city of England. Though we consider it to be so famous, it is the smallest city. So that was that. I think we can move on, sir, to the next one.
Yeah, we can go ahead. That was my first international trip to London. In 2010, as a part of my job, I was there for a 3-week period. Yep.
The next city has a nickname of the floating city.
Venice.
Yep, right. You were supposed to put it in chat, but yes, accepted. The city of canals. And it is built on wood, not really on land, but they put the wooden planks below the water. And the boats, which are titled as gondoliers, are the mode of transport. And the quarantine was invented here from the ships. People used to travel a lot on boats and used to fall ill diseases. So the quarantine was actually started from Venice, and the word is an Italian word. And the city is actually shaped like a fish. If you see the map, you'll observe that Venice is actually shaped like a fish. And we can go ahead with the next one. Is known for luxury shopping, ultra-modern architecture, and lively inclusive. Mohit sir has almost got it right. Yes, now it is right.
Mohit
Has largest suspended aquarium and the world's biggest picture frame. I think most of us have already seen this picture. It has a frame, just the frame. It is the world's largest, and it's known as the grain capital and home to the largest mall in the world. It's all a bit too golden. So that was the 5 international places we went through, and the 10 or 11 national places since Hyderabad one was a trial. So I really hope everyone has had fun. Rahul sir, the ending part, please. Thank you, ma'am, for helping me out and having the first answers and you letting everyone know about it. I've actually took a lot of help from Uma ma'am. I've been calling her, sending her everything. She has helped me with some places too. So thank you so much, Uma ma'am. And thank you, Rahul sir, for this opportunity. And thank you everyone for playing along. Without y'all, none of it would be possible because I couldn't give out the answers myself. You were the one who participated. So thank you, everyone.
It was a wonderful effort by you, Akanksha. I just gave you the idea and you conceptualized everything. And so much work you have done in spite of your exams. So kudos to you. Keep rocking.
Thank you
and
so
all
much,
of you
Mama.
participated so well. And the last place, Dubai, it's a heaven on earth. Really worth visiting. I have visited it 3 years back. I really enjoyed the place. All of you should definitely visit it once.
Good show.
Uma ma'am, Nataraj was saying something, I suppose.
You can see.
Very well done, Rahul and Akanksha. Of course, You had Uma support also, but very well done.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
What do you say in Telugu? Chana baguddi.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir.
And my Telugu is butler.
No problem. We still got it. The love is enough for us.
Okay. Once again. Yeah. Okay. I think thank you. Surviving for 1 hour 40 minutes during an online meeting and everyone still engaged and having fun is not an easy job. I think that calls for a kudos to Akanksha and Uma ma'am for running the show so wonderfully with the conceptualization, with the ideas which resonated with everyone. Thank you for having and keeping this Saturday night alive, because had it been for me alone, I believe I would have skipped the session today because I'm in office and there's a lot of year-end stuff going on. So for that reason, I would have skipped it. But yes, thank you for the support that you had given. And like always, being a member of the family, I believe that's where you stood up to take this chance and did it wonderfully well. The only thing I would say for today's session is that it need not be always about the gyan or the serious stuff that we keep doing always. I am to blame for that because I don't get in a lot of that element. But what I realized is that I was having doubts whether people, these kind of games, the kiddish kind of games and all the things that we're doing, will people stick around? Will people stay? Will they enjoy? Will they find value in this? And that's what I've seen. It need not be always intellectual. Though you're getting the value from what you're sharing, the stories that you're sharing, but still, it's a wonderful idea where we still connect on a Saturday night without much of learning per se, but still just the time that we spend together, enjoy the time with each other and the moments that we create. I believe that's what makes it all the more important to keep this Saturday night alive and keep it going. I'll close the usual way, and then I'll leave it open for anyone who still has time to network after such a long session. And let me close it the usual way. Saturday nights have never been this beautiful for the last 95 Saturday nights now. It's been an honor to be sharing this space, these perspectives, listening to your perspectives and gaining new perspectives. Thank you for the love that you keep coming back every Saturday night and adding life to our lives and to every member of the Speak Up Club family. Thank you. See you all next Saturday, 9 p.m. again. Good night, everyone.